in regards to what you can do with the things that you put in your pocket, your savings, your investments, and even your time spent to earn those currencies. You're losing out. Literally, the Russians' citizens' time and future storage of energy has been stolen right now as we speak. My question is, what makes us in the developed world think that we're any different? It's just a matter of timing, and what goes around comes around. And this is where the goal and objective from the central banks and all this narrative that they're trying to create is to keep our attention from realizing that we're no different than Russia, because at some point the world will turn on the Federal Reserve note, which has been the standard, and I think they're doing that right now. And let me show you how. So, in order, as in the Western world, having a relatively strong currency and being in a nation that still has some purchasing power in our currency, aka the fiat Federal Reserve note. Mind you, not all dollars are the same, so keep that in mind. The only measurement or only way we can determine the purchasing power level of our units over here is to compare it against real money, i.e. gold. And this is to go back towards the historical aspects of gold having always been a backbone and center foundation for stability, somewhat outside of the privatization of our national currencies through central banking. So that's the only way we can compare and measure the value of our currency in relation to what we can purchase. And for us, it's how many ounces or kilos or whatever we can purchase with our currency units. And to show you that we're not much different, when you look at the gold valuation to the USD or Federal Reserve note in regards to what you can actually purchase for one single unit, we have been trending down for the last month as well in relation to the amount of purchasing power being lost in these units. So Russian ruble is trending down when you compare it against a much stronger standard, and the Federal Reserve note is trending down when you compare it to a much more solid standard in the form of the gold standard, which is what this chart reflects here. So over the last, let me see here, this is just the last month. And so one fiat note in regards to how many units of what's the portion rather of gold that you can acquire with one single unit that's in my hand at this current moment is, let me see here, it's about let me get this right, 0.0005. So fractionally breaking it down, literally, you're not even getting nowhere near a single percentage of gold, or nowhere near. You can probably get a dust flake with a single unit of Federal Reserve note. You can't even get nowhere near a gram of gold right now, which is 1/10 of a full ounce. A gram is 1/31st of a single ounce of gram, and which right now it might cost you $80 to $90 for 1 gram, and you can't even get one. So you can literally buy some dust. When they saw a piece of gold off and the crumbs that fall from it, that's what one single dollar can purchase. So ultimately speaking, in the grander scheme of things, the dollar's not doing too good either. We're purchasing a lot less, not to the magnitude of what's happening in Russia, but once again, this is all about protecting the facade that the Federal Reserve is stable and the government is continuing to print with no limitations. But yet, this chart right here lets us know that we're trending down, and that's a reflection of the paper price of a unit of gold going up to where if once it crosses 2,000, we're going to dip a lot lower on this chart because it's inverted. So anyway, just